Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I am here to talk about what we do as a service and how we help the local community. I represent an organisation called Right Start Moseley, which is based in Moseley, Birmingham. We have worked very closely with Gyani Sukha Singh and the Sikh helpline for coming up to approximately about 2 years now. They have been with us on our journey as soon as our organisation started, which was around 2015. What we tend to do is, if there's any issues coming through to the helpline and anybody needs any support with any drugs or alcohol, they get referred to us. Now, what we've found in the general community, especially around the Asian community, the Sikh community, is there's a very much of a stigma attached to where people don't want to come forward about drugs and alcohol. I often get people call me up and they say, Roshan, I've got, it's been problems escalated, someone's using drugs in our family, and I often would say, well, how long have you known about this? And they'll say, oh, it hasn't been quite right for the last 2 years. And I often say, why wasn't this problem, brought forward earlier? Especially around, I found it was very difficult to people to bring forward around Asian community, around females for drugs and alcohol. Especially, the stigma attached. People are worried about what family members might think, local community, relatives, etc. So, that's one element that we've been tackling with, and another element where people are very forward and saying, do you know what, we are suspicious, but we don't know what to do. And, what are the telltale signs of drug use? What are we to look for? Because a problem, the sooner we catch the problem, the easier or the more likely it is to be addressed. And I usually often say things like, you need to look out for, paraphernalia, for example, type of things you're looking for: syringes, pieces of rizzlas, ripped up cards, plates of foil, tubes of foil, glass or pipe bottles with foil on the top of it, bits of powder, little small see-through bags. And then you've got the other side of it where the visible signs, it's a person really being out of character. For example, people starting to isolate, people starting to often asking for money but no accountability of where the money's going, mood swings, anger, anxiety. I just want to tie a little bit of this into mental health because I feel there's a relationship between mental health and drug use. And we often find lots of people have mental health problems and they're using drugs or alcohol to cover up the mental health problems, or they've had mental health problems as a result of using drugs or alcohol. And what we would do, the only way to really find out what the problem is to totally detox somebody, get them drug-free, and then we're able to look at their symptoms and accurately manage it. And I know so many people that get caught up into the system where they're not able to differentiate what the actual problem is because you cannot monitor the symptoms accurately when somebody's high on drugs. Also, we work very closely with the families. One of the things we do at Right Start Moseley is we try and get families to engage into treatment. And just to let everybody know, every city should have a community drug team where you can go to and get support. Whereas rehab support, it's not necessarily available in every community. Now, what we also want to do here is let people know that if you look at current research, if families are involved in a person's treatment, they're more likely to succeed. And this is what we do. Our unit is a place where it's a residential unit, so we will keep people there. We will keep people there and we will involve the family members with that treatment. And a part of our treatment is somebody will come to us for 6 to 12 weeks, we would keep them there, and then we would give them intense therapy, and a member of staff would be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we will start stuff like we're giving morning meditation, we'll be giving group work, we'll be doing we'll be doing going out into the community, helping the local elderly community, and this is an opportunity for me to tie in some of the principles into Sikhi here as well, because one of the things of Sikhi is sharing Vandashakna and being selfless and being of service, and that's why a lot of our lads or females, we go out into the local communities, we help people like the elderly community, for example. We help them to it's like an allotment project, so we go there and we'll help them out, and mainly like peer mentoring. We do a lot of peer mentoring where other people who come further down the line, we try to help other people. We often have a saying in Right Start Moseley, which is we keep what we have by giving it away. I have so many people that come through our treatment and they say to the end, they say, Roshan, I want to come and work with you. I don't want no money. I'm happy to do it for nothing. We've got people who've come through our treatment centre we've actually employed, but we've got a lot of volunteers. And by helping others, they're actually keeping themselves into check. We run a 12-step programme, and a part of that 12-step programme, again, we believe in a spiritual approach. And a part of that 12-step programme is taking accountability for the wrongs that you've done in your life, taking accountability for your recovery, coming out the blame game, not blaming other people, and putting right your wrongs, because we've had a lot of people who have done things through drug use, which they're not proud of, but then they want to put it right. And once they're able to put that right, that's the freedom and the level of peace that people can find. And like I said, we offer a 12-step program, and at the end of the program, there's very much prayer and meditation. And you can be from any community, but even if you're from the Sikh community, you can meditation, 10-minute Simran, or all my staff get involved into the program as well. We'll come in the morning. I'll get so caught up into my life. I can sit down for 10 minutes and do Simran for 10 minutes, or any form of meditation, and it just takes me away from the chaos of life, or what I'm really focused to do here and how I'm trying to help people. So what we tend to do here is, again, we're trying to give something back to the community, and a lot of this stuff are transferable. This is not just stuff for people who abuse substances. This is stuff for anybody. Anybody can sit down and meditate for 10 minutes. Finally, I do want to finish on one point, and if there's just one thing today I'd like to reach out to, is the Asian female community. If there's anybody listening, anybody watching who does need support, if anything today, please know there is a solution. There is a way out, and you don't have to sit in silence, and you don't have to sit in isolation. That's the main point that I wish to make today. And साथ संगत जी, अगर किसी को कोई सवाल जवाब हों तुसी मेरे बाद में नाल गल कर सकते हो। मैं इत्थे खड़ा होऊंगा ते जामा बाहर होऊंगा, मेरे लीफलेट है गया, तुसी कोई भी जवाब नहीं पूछ सकते हो। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।